All right. So there's a new thing that came up like a few weeks ago. It's called Dry
Hmm.
January. Have you heard about this, Riley?
I have heard about dry January, yes.
So I unintentionally am about to finish Dry January.
What the fuck?
Unintentionally.
Cap. No fucking way.
I don't have any alcohol besides a bottle of wine that I keep forgetting about. All I have to do is make it one more week.
You didn't just forget to drink for all of January. This is such a cope. There's no way.
Well, my dad's doing dry Sundays, so I don't drink on Sundays anymore. That was really like the only time I drank, and I don't have any alcohol in the apartment anymore. Outside of like all the liquor that's been sitting up there since the liquor video. Liquor video is
Hey,
coming out
you've
soon,
got
by
all
the way.
sorts of alcohol.
I have it, but like I don't have anything to mix with it, so I've been lazy. So like I've unintentionally done a dry January, apparently.
I don't know if I buy this.
I mean, you don't have to buy it. Like
You think about it, you'd be like, oh, I forgot about that time I had a beer. Oh, and that other time I had a beer.
I haven't had a
Oh, and
beer
that other
since
time.
yeah, I haven't had a beer all month.
Insane work.
But like it's not that big of a deal though.
It's not a big deal, bro.
Why don't you believe me though? Like that's starting to bother me though. Why don't you believe me?
I don't believe that you, a known drinker, just didn't drink this whole
I'm
month.
not
I don't buy it.
I don't like that term. Known drinker? That makes me sound like
Look,
a
you
fucking
always get offended when I call you an alcoholic. I'm trying to find softer ways to say it.
that's like calling a pedophile an adult who likes adolescents. Like it's
A
the same
known
fucking
adolescent.
thing. It's the same thing. It's like calling a retard specially abled. Like you're just putting some flour on a piece of shit.
Wow, that's controversial to say.
What?
You're being mean to the cripples right now. You're being mean to the retards.
Saying that specially abled is just a pretty word for retarded?
Yes.
That's not being mean to them.
No,
If
there's something
anything,
else you
a
said that
majority of them would
apparently
agree.
there was something else you said after that that apparently both of us forgot immediately.
Like putting a flower on a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're calling them pieces of shit.
No,
You're
it's a
calling
bad
retarded people
retard
pieces
is
of
a
shit.
bad word. The word the word is the piece of shit. Your replacement word is the flower. It still means the exact same thing. You're just trying to pretty it up so people don't get butthurt for you using bad words like that.
I see.
That's the phrase. I don't know if that's the proper phrase, but I don't know if that's what people say, but like I don't know. Welcome to Detour Ahead. I'm not good at cold opens,
Hey
if you couldn't
everybody.
tell, but I don't know if I don't know if we introduced the show last week, by the way.
I don't know.
I couldn't remember. Anyway, what's
Your camera's like lagging out and you're lagging out. Your whole you're going crazy right now. You're on sicko mode.
we're all good on my end though. So
We're all good on my end too, and I have a feeling it's your end that's secretly not good.
I meant in terms of recording, we're all fine.
Oh well, what the fuck is that gonna do for me? Not shit.
I don't know. The final product is what matters. If you don't know what I'm saying, then just
Yeah, and
ask
the
me to
final
repeat
product
myself.
doesn't work when you fucking are all fucked up.
I'm not though. My camera's going directly.
No,
My
no, no.
camera's
When you're all
fine.
fucked up for me, who has to talk to you?
Then just ask me to repeat myself and I will edit them out. That's kind of the whole point.
Not the whole point. That's ridiculous.
That's why I'm able to edit things. Okay, whatever. What's been up with you this past week? I'm sure you
I
got
don't know,
news.
man. I got fired again. Don't laugh at me. Don't fucking smirk over there, you little piece of
Well,
shit.
because I already knew. So
Yeah, I know. You already knew. People already know. It's true.
you'll probably have a new job by the time this episode comes out.
Let's hope. One could hope.
I keep telling you, go look into IT jobs.
I don't know IT.
Bruh. Neither do
I
the
know I
Indians who
know the
run the entire
Lego
IT
build
industry.
I know the fucking Lego instructions for one specific model of computer. That's about it.
Go watch YouTube videos. Everything you needed IT for dummies. Go read a book. Everything you know everything you need to know about an IT job. I don't know.
Oh,
You got to do some research if you want to like get a job that's not going to fire you after a month.
I don't fucking know, man.
Job market sucks, bro. You got to find
It's
out.
also it's this is also one of the problems that comes with the ongoing issue of the broken phone is you don't get the text where you're fired. So you spend an hour busing to work just to get fired when you walk in.
They should at least let you finish the day out and then tell you at the end. Maybe that could have been the day. That could have been the day you made like a shit ton of fucking
Exactly.
sales. Like, did you fight it at all? Were you like, give me one more day? I'm
No,
already
what the
here.
fuck? No.
At least get that last day of pay. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been good. I'm not gonna fight with people.
Not like verbal. More like, come on, give me one last day.
That's what verbal is. What do you mean? You mean not physical?
Not like angry. Like beg and plead. Give me one more day. That's it. Just give me one more day. Then do you have a so at said job were you given like a list of numbers to call or
And no, the system does that for you.
oh so you can't just like pop in your mom's number and be like I need to make a sale please
Yeah, no, no,
please
no, no, no.
you can't pop my number in.
No, that's not how it works. Also, what I was selling was pretty damn expensive, so I don't think you're gonna do that just to help me out.
No, I wouldn't. Even if I told you when you first had that when you got the very first job, I was like, I swear to God, if I answer the phone and it's you trying to sell me shit, I'm quitting everything and I'm getting off the internet forever. That was your one warning. But so what are you thinking now? You got any leads on anything? Or no?
No, I mean I put a couple applications out, whatever. Nothing interesting or cool.
Do you have a Costco nearby?
No, why would I work at a fucking Costco?
Because they pay more than what I make.
I gotta find a shitty office job. It's the only thing that works for me. I'm too retarded to do anything else.
Go spend a work day of like 8 hours and just straight applications everywhere. Surely
There's
one of
not
them's got to
that
call you
many.
back.
I've already put in applications at all the ones, and it takes significantly less than 8 hours. What do you think? There's fucking 1,000 offices in fucking a 2 mile radius?
Work from home jobs.
Yeah, there's not a lot of those for people who don't have like already skills and certifications for certain desirable things.
Do you want me to
Most companies who employ grunt workers want them in office because they're too retarded and irresponsible to work at home. So the work at home jobs are all for like professionals.
professionals? No, they're not.
Professionals.
They're not.
You don't fucking know what the job market in my town is like, motherfucker. Don't act like you're an expert.
I'm not talking about your town. work from home.
or
You can
in
work
my
from home
state.
for any fucking state. You can work from home
No,
for an
there's
Ohio
certain
company.
facilities in certain places, and a lot of places will only hire within one state.
Not maybe now, but like a couple years ago, that was different.
Yeah, no, because a couple years ago there was COVID, so most people were working from home. But now they want the retards in office, so only the like real professional jobs get to be work from home.
Would
They
you like
lost a lot of productivity not being able to babysit the retards.
Would you like me to ask Gage what work from home job he had at post COVID?
I don't know. No. I know
He
where to find jobs to apply to.
Okay. I'm not trying to be condescending here.
I just don't want to think about
Why
it.
the
It's
fuck is
fucking
Minecraft still
annoying.
open, bruh? Anyway, I can ask what company he was working for. They were paying relatively well. It's just to help you out, see if you want to do that. It was a work from home. They send you a work computer to do it all on. It didn't seem like that bad of a job. I don't know. But if it's not something you want to do, if you want to go to an office, whatever. I'm not trying. I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help. That's it. So, what else? So, was it because you didn't make any sales, or
Yeah, no, or I didn't make enough. I didn't make any until like 2 days before I got fired. I made one, but that was not enough to save me, I guess.
it's unfortunate? On your way out, you should have tried to sell it to the boss. Be like, "Hey, you are you sure you don't want to buy? Just do the fucking routine."
Yeah, that'd be funny.
But get the fuck out of here. That's where you call them from like a payphone if you can find one and try and sell them the same shit just to annoy the fuck out of them. I don't know.
Very funny, very funny. Yeah, I mean, I'll figure it out. Whatever.
So the phone situation's still fucked.
Yeah, phone situation's gonna be fucked for a while because now I'm not gonna have any money coming in.
Any word
I have to
on
call them and figure out what's happening with the fucking bill too. I'm sure I have to pay it at least this month and next month because I'm already into. It was like a payment plan split for this month, and I would have already been into the next month if not for that. So I assume I have to at least pay for the rest of January and February, and that if I haven't had it fixed by then, I can cancel my phone bill until I do.
then what are you gonna do about podcasts on the well, I mean, you don't really need a phone if you're not going anywhere right now.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Um anything else
And
going
then
on?
and then there are these headphones, which I'll tell you. I was so ready to like. I opened these headphones and I looked at them. So for those of you who don't deal with earbuds, a lot of people don't know earbuds. Okay, some people don't like them. I don't like them either, but they're necessary. There are two varieties of earbud, right? There's the correct and good variety of earbud, where it's the little bud and there's like a little plasticky piece and it sticks into your ear hole. It goes right in there. And then there's the incorrect and bad style of headphones where you like insert them in a weird side way and there's like a weird little speaker on the side of it. And every time I've gotten one of those sets of earbuds, it's been unlistenable dog shit, the quietest fucking every noise in the vicinity fucking completely drowned them out garbage. So when I open this box of headphones that Alex bought me, and I look upon them and I realize they're the fucking side speaker earbuds. I was so ready to come in here and fucking just completely eviscerate Alex for not knowing shit about earbuds and for buying me the worst earbuds ever to exist in the history of time. But then I used them because I had to. And somehow these are the only side speaker earbuds I've ever used that are decent and function correctly. Like, you did it. You found them somehow.
You can't talk to me. I can't talk to you about headphones. I can't have a legitimate conversation on what's good and what's not. I've had the same pair of fucking AirPods since like fucking 2016, maybe 2018.
I guess that's the Apple seal of quality right there that
Not
they just fucking
really. I
hold
mean,
out
they're not
forever.
great. Though I'm pretty sure either the left or right is like dying, but it's been dying for like 2 or 3 years now. I have 2 other pairs of AirPods that are unopened.
Wow.
Like if the ones that I'm currently using were brand new, I'd have almost $1,000 worth of AirPods just
Aren't
fucking
AirPods
sitting.
side speaker too?
Yeah, but AirPods are great. I love my AirPods.
Why is side speaker? Why are people into the side speaker earbuds? I never understood them.
I like
Like
the
these
way
ones
the
are
AirPods
fine,
fit in my
but
ear
like I feel like the fit is like loose.
cuz you're fat.
Well, maybe that's possible that that's involved in some
Hmm.
way.
Hmm. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I've had the same pit. Like I have the newer generation of AirPods where they fucked with the size. I have the fat ones that have the little rubber end. I need to fucking sell the shit out of those because I will never touch the one. I will never touch a pair of earbuds that has that little rubber shit on the end that sticks into your ear. It is
Those
so
are the good
ungodly.
ones.
No, those are the fucking worst. I hate that feeling of that airtight seal on your ear. It is disgusting. I hate it so much.
You gotta half pull it out so it like pops the seal. You
Yeah,
don't
but that
understand the heck of the fucking little plastic piece earbuds.
the
You
little
don't
rubber
just shove
part.
them all the way because then it creates like it creates like an air seal and it feels weird in your ears. You gotta pull it out just a little bit so it like
Yeah, but then
releases
it
that.
falls out.
No, because you don't pull it out too much like a retard. You just pull it out a tiny bit.
They're awful and they're uncomfortable, is what I'm
I
getting
don't.
at.
I think they're great.
The AirPods that I have fit nicely in my ear. They stay there. I can do whatever I want, and they just sit there and vibe. No big deal. I don't understand why you have so many problems with that earbuds.
I don't know, man.
Look, if it was socially acceptable to wear shit like this all the time, I would. But I know if I walk out with actual fucking headphones, I'm going to look like a fucking retard because that's
Alex, you're
what nobody
autistic. You're
does.
allowed to do that. They expect you to do that.
Penguin's been making fun of me this whole week because I've been playing Minecraft. let me look at the conversation. Let me see if there was anything funny that she texted me regarding Minecraft specifically. Oh, I said you're gonna make fun of me, but I made an autistic friend on Minecraft, and now we're friends on Discord, and we're building a base. She goes, "Haha, nerd! Play with your little autism blocks, nerd." She's been bullying
Classic.
me. I don't understand why. It's not my fault. Literally the only reason why this dude and I are like friends now is because like anytime we would go to like I would try and go and get free shit from people at I don't need the free shit. I have plenty. I just go there to get more, because like you hoard shit in Minecraft, especially on servers. So I'll go to like the hotspot area, and this dude would always go there and fucking kill me. So the one time I had a sign ready and I put it down before he killed me, and I'm like, "Why kill?" Question mark. And he puts another sign down and goes, "I'm autistic. I think it's funny." And I'm like, so I put a
Awesome.
sign down and I'm like, "I'm autistic too. It is funny," and we became friends.
That's great. Meanwhile, Penguin epically owned me in an abortion debate in my chat. She BTFO'd me.
B- BTFO.
I don't even know what that stands for, but it just means to defeat. This is,
Oh, beat the fuck out of.
yeah, beat the fuck out of.
Took me a minute.
Yeah, she fucking destroyed me. I don't even remember how it came up, but I was talking about abortion. Oh, because me and Andrew were taking the political compass test, and abortion came up.
Where'd you end up?
Um, I mean, I said that I'm super in favor of abortion. I just don't like when it's glamorized, and I think that the dad's opinion on it should be more valued. And then Penguin Mage comes in with the fucking sniper rifle, and she's like, "Fucking, you don't know how to carry it for 9 months. He can't say shit." And I was like, I don't know. It's like you participate in the creation of a human life, and she's like, hey, you can fucking create a life in a sock and fucking take care of that. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, she fucking epically owned me. It was crazy.
Might be because I'm a dude, but like I understand like a guy should have some say. It should be like a 60-40 kind of deal.
Yeah, I said that too. Like it's the woman's decision ultimately, but it's just like I feel like people go around and they say, like, including Penguin Mage, when she stood on her whole fucking platform and she said this, that like the dad's opinion doesn't matter at all, and it's like, I feel
It
like it
should
should
though.
matter.
Like if you don't want to, I mean, like the debate can go back to like, oh well, you should have wore a condom, blah blah blah. Well, what if it fucking broke? It's not his fault. It's condom's fault. It's the fucking Trojan's fault. Make them raise the
Yeah, it's
baby.
fucking. I was gonna say Magnum, whichever one of the two.
The extra small company, whatever they're called.
Yep.
Fucking great value. I don't know. I'm not trying to have like I think you and I there's no debate here. You and I are on the same page with this. For once actually.
It's crazy.
For a second I thought we weren't fucking recording and I was like, fuck. I would have just
I would have
logged
killed
off.
you.
Oh no, I would have bought you a plane ticket so you could help me kill myself. We'll live stream it. I'll buy the shirt. I'll make sure Dick Masterson gets it to me before I kill myself. I want to die in that shirt.
And this is an update that is somewhat relevant to what we're doing today as well. I had a lull because I was focusing on work this week, trying not to get fired to no avail.
Yeah.
But I have now returned to watching the Pokemon anime.
Oh right. The thing we spent like
And
an hour and a half talking about last episode.
yeah, it's great.
We
I'm
definitely didn't
still
have something else that was our main topic. No, not at all.
no.
How's that
I'm
going?
still
You
having a great time with it. It still looks wonderful. I'm still having fun. It's very it's fun. It's a very fun show.
it's nostalgia. That's why.
No, fuck you.
I mean, like, if they put that shit out today, it wouldn't be received as well as
I mean, yeah, people
looking
would be like,
back on
this
it
is
as
weird
20
because
years
this is
ago.
not what animation looks like in the year 2025. But
Exactly.
like,
It's nostalgia. It brings you back to those
it's
Saturday
not
mornings.
nostalgia. It's not. It's less nostalgia because I wasn't around back then. I wasn't in the 90s. It's not nostalgia per se. It's fucking. Well, I guess I had 90s stuff, obviously, including Pokemon, but like, It's more so a general appreciation for the aesthetic of the time. Like, yeah, you could put this out nowadays, and you would just have to say that you were going for a certain aesthetic from the '90s,
You have to
and people would
explain
buy
yourself.
it.
That's what
Yeah,
ruins it.
you'd have to explain yourself. Yes, but that's the show came out in a context where it did not have to explain itself, and because it was the look of the time, but it was extremely well done for its time. Like the Pokemon anime, one of the one of its key fucking features is its great animation. Like throughout its entire run, it's had stellar animation. Like even like when the art style took that turn that I don't agree with after X and Y, like the fluidity of the animation and like the Pokemon are still like fucking top notch stellar. Like that show has been well animated to a extremely impressive degree for its entire run. Like maybe it was kind of middling around like the fucking Sinnoh to Kalos sort of era, but it's always looked extremely well done.
So I'm speaking of TV shows that we're watching, I'm halfway through straight Stranger Things right now,
Yeah,
which means I'm halfway to finishing it, which means I'm halfway to having to find a new show.
it's pluribus time. Me and Penguin said it. It's time.
Penguin betrayed me, so
Wow.
that and I'm not counting this against you because you haven't brought it up as much as My Name is Earl. Like My Name is Earl was like an entire Detour Ahead saga.
You just need to stop being so retarded about watching things. Just watch things
It's
to
whatever
watch
the
them.
fucking mood is. I'm in
Just
a supernatural mood right now, so we'll see. Pluribus doesn't fit that vibe. Who knows?
just watch things. You don't need
Maybe
this
I'll
whole
change my
fucking.
mind, but the laptop's not fucking working right now. So either I have to hook up the computer to the TV again, or I'm just gonna sit and watch shit on my PC. But computer watching is okay. So let me see if you understand this, because somebody I was talking to the other day didn't understand a goddamn word I was saying. Compute Watching things on the computer is different than watching things right before you go to bed.
What?
Does that not make sense?
No, what do you mean?
So I watch TV shows and movies before I go to bed. Anything that has to do with like YouTube or Twitch, it's done at the computer during the day.
Okay.
It's not like a strict thing, but like I don't know, it's just like that's how it kind of works for me.
I see.
Like I'm not I won't sit and watch Stranger Things while I'm at my PC. I'll throw on a YouTube video or some VTuber that I found. But like I'll switch over to Stranger Things while I'm laying in bed so I can watch that and actually pay attention to it. The difference between paying attention and having background noise, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. That's just how this works. So like things that like I can listen to but I don't actually have to watch. Like I found a YouTube video and it's like the perfect listening to kind of thing. It's the entire lore of Adventure Time and it's like a 3 hour and 17 minute YouTube video.
Ridiculous.
Just like autism. But so like that's probably what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I gotta check what football games are on tomorrow. I don't get. Hey, good news for you though. Speaking of football, good news for you. The Patriots are going to the Super Bowl.
Oh shit, son. Wow. Finally, it happens again.
So they have the NFC conference championship, whatever, to do tomorrow against the Denver Broncos. Right? It's They're not a shoe-in yet.
Oh, well, you said they are going to the Super. I thought they meant they
I
are
was
going to the
getting
Super Bowl.
I'm getting there. Hold on.
Oh,
I'm
okay, okay,
building up the
okay.
story. I give you the amazing news and then build up the story. It's ass backwards. All right, I get it. So, the Patriots are going against the Denver Broncos for the Super Bowl spot tomorrow. However, and the Broncos have been really fucking good this entire year. Unfortunately for them, their star quarterback broke his fucking ankle
Oh
and
no!
he's out for the rest of the year. So in the championship game for the NFC, the Denver Broncos have to put in their backup quarterback to go up against the really good Patriots. So the Patriots are pretty much going to the Super Bowl. Unless they
Ladies and
absolutely
gentlemen, we're
fuck it up
here.
tomorrow,
Ladies
they're
and
pretty
gentlemen, we're
much
here
going
with
to the
the
Super Bowl.
playoffs finals football game, and the Denver Broncos have employed a special contracted quarterback that they've paid pretty much their entire net worth to be here tonight. Give it up for Tom Brady, temporary quarterback of the Denver Broncos.
Tom Brady would not do that. Tom Brady's is a Patriot through and through. And then I think it's the Rams and the Seahawks tomorrow.
Tom Brady's ain't shit. Ain't no fucking loyal Patriot. He was a Buccaneer when he fucking retired. He spent like 2 years on the Bucks.
Man, the Browns got rid of their fucking head coach, and I'm actually kind of pissed that they did that because he's the best head coach that we've had in like 20 years. He took us to the playoffs twice, something that no head coach has done this entire century since the 90s.
I didn't hear about the Browns losing a coach. I heard about the Dolphins losing a coach.
Uh, like 8 fucking teams fired their coaches this year.
Wow.
Um, I I know the Dolphins, the Dolphins, the Bills, the Browns. The head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers stepped down, so now the Steelers have to look for their fourth head coach since 1960.
Wow.
They've had, I think they're on either coach number 4 or 5. I don't remember, but they've only had 4 or 5 head coaches in like 60 years,
Wow.
which is absolutely wild. Um the Ravens fired their coach, the Jets, the Titans, the Falcons, like a shit ton of teams were just like, you know what? We're just gonna play head coach roulette here. Everybody fire all their head coaches on, and we're just gonna see where everybody ends up. The former Browns head coach, Kevin Stefanski, he's now with the Atlanta Falcons, and there's rumors that he's gonna try and take some of the Browns players with them, but I don't think anybody's leaving for that. People think Mike Tomlin, the head coach for the Steelers, is just taking a year off. But like the Steelers haven't won a playoff game in like 30 years or whatever.
Wow.
No, that's a lie. They haven't won a playoff game in like 6-7 years or something like that. Not 30. But like it's been like they've been to the playoffs like almost every year. And then they lose immediately.
That's like what happens to me in Pokemon draft leagues. I make it to the playoffs almost every time, but then I lose round one.
But that's enough of football. I just figured, I know you don't follow football, but I know you're a Patriots fan, so the Patriots,
Yes, I'm excited to hear my guys are finally in there again.
well, not your guys. Like I don't think anybody from when you watched is
Yeah,
still
yeah,
on the team,
whatever.
but
Whatever version exists now of what used to be my guys.
they're doing pretty well this year, surprisingly. But it's upsetting because like I'll root for the Browns and the Browns lose. So play, and then I'll root for the I root for the Lions, the Detroit Lions. They didn't make the playoffs, so I'm like, all right, fuck it, fine. I'll root for the Bills, the Buffalo Bills. Cool, they get kicked out. I'm like, fucking fantastic. You know what? I'll go for the Chicago Bears now. I hope the Chicago Bears make it to the Super Bowl this year. They get knocked out as well, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking, I don't even care. Like, I hope Seattle goes, but the Seattle Seahawks. But at this point, everybody I root for fucking sucks.
You gotta try to like reverse psychology, the trickster demon who's fucking with you.
No, because the trickster demon's gonna be like, "Oh, I know what you're doing. You're trying to reverse psychology me. Fuck you. The Patriots are going to the Super Bowl and they're gonna beat the shit out of the fucking Seahawks. Fuck you, stupid asshole."
Ah,
But I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, the Seahawks have been really good. I was hoping the Eagles would make it again, go 2-time Super Bowl winners, but the 49ers beat the fuck out of them. So, enough about that. We have something to talk about today, do we not?
we sure do, Alex.
Did we introduce? Yeah, I introduced the show.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today?
Talking about Pokemon Live,
We're
the
back on
2000,
musicals.
yes, the Pokemon musical for the year 2000, a show, a very mysterious show with a lot of mysterious circumstances around it.
Really? You want to explain?
Y- Do you not know anything about Pokemon Live? There's a whole lore. Do you not know about the
No,
lost
explain
media
the lore.
search for Pokemon Live?
Explain the lore.
So Pokemon Live, of course, was on the stage in 2000, and there was never any sort of official video release. I believe there was a studio album, unless the cover I've been seeing online is like a fake that people just use for YouTube uploads of the songs. I believe there was a studio album, but there was never video released of the show officially. Even though actors and like people around the show advertised it and it was obviously supposed to happen, it never happened. And the show kind of faded into obscurity, and the only version out there that still exists to this day, there are international versions of the show that you can find in better quality, but they're all like different and fucked up. So the only footage of the American one that exists even to this day is like the shitty handycam footage recorded by the director of the musical from the back of the fucking audience. And there was a whole lost media like search to find the tapes that were supposed to be released on home video by this YouTuber called Chad Tronic. He's just like this kind of nostalgia based like kind of like Jontron esque to compare it to someone who you might have seen, but like with nostalgia based materials. Like he does a lot of popular videos on like old commercials. And in one of these videos, he was watching like this promotional Pokemon tape that had a bunch of like commercials and shit on it for Pokemon stuff. And one of them was for Pokemon Live, which he had never heard of. And he was so fascinated by it that he started to look into the situation and he found out about the home video release that never came out. And he started like a campaign to try to find the footage, to try to find Pokemon Live. And the results have been mostly negative, unfortunately. The director of the play sent him a whole email where he's like, "Yeah, so what happened was the play was sort of like a multimedia experience, right? Because there was a bunch of footage playing on the monitors that was like part of the show that contributed to the show in some way." And I wanted to try to figure out like how to integrate that into the home video version correctly. And I wanted to do it myself, I I asked for Final Cut, but then I got really busy and I just never got around to it. and uh, within like a couple years, obviously 4Kids lost the rights to Pokemon, and it went to the Pokemon Company, and they redid the whole like American staff for Pokemon anime and stuff. So 4Kids was no longer involved, and thus there was no incentive to complete the project. So the tape just sat in the fucking 4Kids headquarters, and the play director, I guess, worked there. I don't know if this was the play director or play writer. I might be misnomering who this guy is, but he was an important guy. And I guess he worked at 4Kids until like 2010, and the tapes were still there when he left. But 4Kids went bankrupt in 2017. Their headquarters was taken over by this Konami owned company. So like at this point, even if the tapes do still exist, it requires like four different companies to come together to to release it in any sort of official capacity. So unless it leaks, it seems like that professionally shot footage is never coming out, unfortunately, and we're not even sure that it still exists because 4Kids went bankrupt and that whole headquarters was sold to a different company. So who knows if the tapes even survived that scenario. So that is a tragic fate for Pokemon Live, but a more recent update that I found. I watched the Chadtronic update video in preparation for this video, so I could talk about this lore. And I guess a bunch of props from the show were found in like a rundown abandoned theater in Canada. Like the some urban explorers were just like checking out this abandoned theater that's been closed for like 20 years, and they go down to the fucking basement, and there's fucking five Pikachu costumes, a really fucked up Golduck, a bunch of other Pokemon puppets. Like it was a mausoleum, and the most fascinating part is that that was a too small of a theater to have Pokemon Live in, and so it's very unlikely there was a Pokemon Live show in that theater. The only thing that Chad could surmise is that like Canada was their last stop before they went like to like Dubai and Mexico and all the shit, and that was like the last stops of the tour were the international versions. So the best guess for where all these props came from is because the international version was stripped down and had less props, that there was like a handoff sort of situation where the American staff for the show passed off all the props to the people who were taking it international, and they just took the props they needed and left the props there at this fucking shitty little theater. So yeah, it's just this whole fucking insane like time capsule of Pokemon Live that they found with all these fucking puppets and costumes and these like weird ass lightsabers they had. You saw some footage of those
At the end of the
in the
video, yeah, I
show.
fucking
It,
want
it,
one. That's fucking
yeah,
cool.
those weird ass fucking lightsaber things literally ruined the show. That's another fun fact I learned from this video, because there was a I don't even remember what number this was or if they even I think they might have even taken it out of the show because of this. Was there a number where it got all dark? It was like a black light number. There was, right?
I don't think so.
It was hard to tell when it was all fucked and badly shot. But I guess there was a shot. There was a part of the play where it being dark was important, and these kids with these lightsabers all figured out how to just take the lightsaber part off, and underneath the lightsaber it's just a regular flashlight. So the stage goes dark, and all the kids just shine flashlights on the stage and ruin the whole illusion of the dark part.
That's
And
fantastic.
I guess the director or writer or whatever, he went on a podcast and he was telling the story about how he went to like the staff, and he was like, yeah, these fucking lightsaber things are fucking everything up. And they're like, yeah, isn't it great? They're making so much money. And he's like, oh, I see now. This problem isn't getting solved then. But
I'm surprised. Like, this is not to put you
there were a
down.
bunch of those too, is what that
Yeah.
was. It was a bunch of the lightsabers and other merch. It was this insane fucking time capsule of Pokemon Live props. And then it's just in an abandoned theater, and nobody knows how to contact the guy who owns it, and nobody knows about this shit. So it'll probably just get like stolen or destroyed before anything cool happens with it, unfortunately. There was already another set of urban explorers that went in there and like messed with some of the props and like did like goofy stunts. Like I think one of them took the tail off of a Mewtwo costume and was running around with a Mewtwo tail. Like
That's like,
like they're
do I want? Should I go? I don't. I'm not gonna go on a tangent. We'll stay. We'll stay on
wait, no,
topic
what's
for
the
this.
tangent? Now I'm
I
curious.
really want to get into fucking urban exploring.
It's so cool, right?
There's so many fucking I drive by one abandoned building every fucking day for work, and I'm just like, I want to fucking go in there so fucking badly. Like, I know how to be safe, obviously. Like, we're like, obviously, don't go. Like, I know construction site rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's rules for like actual rules for a construction site. I've walked around on construction sites before, so I know what not to fucking do in an abandoned building, because a construction site and an abandoned building are pretty much the same thing. One's a little bit more structurally sound and looks a lot nicer than the other, but like at the end of the day, they're both buildings that are either crumbling apart or barely getting put together. Like, but it's so hard to find groups that aren't gonna mug and murder me in these fucking buildings.
That's true. That's true.
Like I don't know. Like I could go to like r/urbex and be like, "Hey yo, anybody in Cleveland want to go fuck around in a building?" And like, I'm sure I'll find somebody relatively quickly.
I think my local Circuit City has been like broken into and unlocked, and I see like a new video every couple of months of somebody
See,
running around in the fucking final remains of the Circuit City closest to
see,
me.
the building that I have my eyes on, the fence is down and the door is slightly open. So there is no B&E charge technically. Now if you're cutting locks off the building and the cops catch you, they can get you for trespassing and breaking and entering if there are private property signs. However, if the fence is run down and there is an open window or an open door, you only get hit with trespassing. I learned.
Okay.
That might be 100% cap though. I might be like fucking lying because I haven't done like legitimate research on this. But like, I'm like 80% sure that breaking and entering is literally destroying something to get inside a building.
I actually kind of pussied out of suburban exploring, and now I kind of regret it because I've become more fascinated with it. There was probably nothing in there. Patrick said there was nothing in there, but I was kind of intrigued one day because me and Patrick found a there's like this shitty old like plaza build like store collection. What do you call that? Like a plaza? What is like a building with a bunch of stores together?
A mall?
Not a mall. No, no, no. Like a strip mall maybe is what you call it.
Oh, a single building, but with like a
Yeah,
bunch
yeah,
of them
yeah.
to get.
A bunch of little
Kind.
store. Yeah. What is that called?
I guess a plaza.
Plaza. Okay, so it was like a little plaza. And
Like
there used
what?
to,
You're talking like what? Saul Goodman worked out of.
yes.
Like a plaza,
Yeah, so it's a
kind of.
plaza. There used to be like a driver's school was one of the things there. It was, but there was nothing there. None of the businesses were populated. If you look in the window, you could see like so there's like shit was fucked up in there. And we realized one day we were just kind of like we were just standing behind it because we would look for places to hide and smoke joints. And we just noticed that the door was unlocked, the back door. I was like, what the fuck? But I wouldn't go in because I was scared there would be crazed homeless people. That was
That's
my
a
main fear.
big fucking
Yeah.
problem. You like I've never been to where you live. Eventually, I'll fly down, get a hotel or something. But like, no promises there. But like, you've seen enough of Cleveland. Like, a lot of these buildings are like fucking project. Like, some of them are projects that are going to be run down until the day I die,
Yeah.
and they're literal, just like literal crack houses. But like, what I'm interested in, next time you come up here, I really want to go to the fucking haunted house that I went to a while back that I talked about on the show.
Well, that could be fun.
Like, I know you don't believe in ghosts, but the way they tell the stories makes you almost believe. You're like I'm skeptical, but I'm also like absolutely fascinated by the thought of the unknown, to the point where I thought about like going to like a psychic and just give them $20 just to see what it's about.
Just see what happens.
Just see
Yeah.
what they want. Just see what they're gonna do. Just see what they want to say. You know what I mean? It's that like fascination with the unknown of like this whole realm of like ghosts and ghouls and magic and shit that like a lot of women believe in. And I'm like, deep down, I know it's not real, but like, there's that other part of me that's like, what if it is? And that's absolutely fascinating to me. I want to go ghost hunting more. Um, the most haunted place in like one of the most haunted places in the U.S. is actually like an hour and a half away. Down in Mansfield, where they shot fuck, what was that fucking prison movie where they break out? It's an old movie. Shawshank Redemption. I can't hear you.
What?
Okay, you're back. They shot a really famous movie, Shawshank Redemption, in the
Yeah.
Mansfield Reformatory, and apparently the story is that there was like a shit ton of like psychological science experiments and shit done on the inmates there, and a lot of them died. There's like and like it is one of the most haunted places, and it's the most haunted place in Ohio. I think it's in like the top 10 or 20 haunted places to visit in the US. And they do overnight tours, and I really want to do an overnight tour there.
Oh my god. You're to
It's
get
just like,
possessed, Alex. You're to be a ghost man.
look, dude, if like those fucking retard ghost hunter guys with like the famous TV show were like, Alex Kolochu, we want a YouTuber on our, we need someone to react. We need a skeptic on our team. We need someone to either react or be like, nah, this shit ain't fucking real. I don't know what you guys are fucking talking about. I didn't hear shit. We need you. I would do it in a heartbeat. I would quit my job. I would go work for them immediately because they get to go see all these fucking haunted places, and I really want to fucking go. And I know I like there was a whole episode where I talked about this, but the one thing that still sticks with me is it was like 40-ish degrees early to mid-November at the one place we went to. I swear to God, it was warmer outside than it was inside the building. You could walk outside in pants and a t-shirt and be perfectly fine. We were actively going outside to warm up because it
Wow.
was
Just
that fucking cold inside the building. And like, if you know anything about like haunted places and ghosts and like the presence of spirits, they drop the temperature.
oh true.
Now they could like, we even had like an HVAC guy, and we were asking him because he was one of the skeptics who's like, dude, ghosts aren't fucking real. I'm just here to have fun with you guys. And we're like, I almost said his fucking name. I need to slow down. Um, or like
Oh no, you can't dox Josh. They're gonna know who Josh is.
we're like HVAC guy. Hey, is it possible to set up a system where you can cool this entire building down by like 15 degrees? And he's like, you'd need a
Yes.
he's like, you would need a massive off-site air conditioner in order to do that. I've seen what I've seen what the air conditioning unit a a brand new school looks like. Those things are as big as my apartment building. Or not my apartment building,
Ah,
but like those things are would barely fit inside my apartment if I knocked all the walls out. Those things are huge, and they have to be right next to the building or else it's not going to do shit.
I see.
So like it I could go on and on. I was hitting on this one girl for a while who was like super into like tarot and like the unknown and like Ouija board shit. That's one thing that like scares the shit out of me is a Ouija board though.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know who you're talking to. And it's like it coincides with like the curiosity of the unknown makes me want to do it, but the fear of the unknown makes me not want to do it. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I could go on it. Let's get back to Pokemon. I went on a full
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
tangent. I'm so sorry. um, the lore. You were talking about the lore. I don't know if you were done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much done. It's just an unfortunate case of lost media where we know this perfect high quality footage exists and we'll probably never see it. Or at least it did exist as of 2010 is the last time we could confirm that it existed.
Yeah, but that was 16 years ago, though.
Man, that hurts.
What? Just hearing that 2010 was
Hearing that
16 years?
2010 was
Yeah.
16 years ago.
How do you
Yeah.
think I feel, Riley? I'm almost 30.
Jesus.
Yeah. Um. So I have one specific question, one very important question to ask you about this musical that we watched.
Is it why?
No,
Okay.
surprisingly. I actually really enjoyed
I
watching it.
really enjoyed it too. I'm joking, but what's the question?
So for the people out there wondering, for the listeners, we watched someone who has this back of the theater camcorder recording and then took audio from different sources and like different shows that were going on at that time from that specific like group of from those actors and spliced a whole bunch of stuff together to do their best to recreate to restore the the video. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I was really struggling towards the end there. So I noticed that the song To Be a Master is the original fucking song, not the one that they played in the theater. Right?
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's literally just like an MP3 file that they uploaded and put over the. It's not a recording. It's the actual song. It's not the recording of the actual song from that date. They just put the actual song over that part of the music, that part of the show.
Wait, they never played To Be a Master. What are you fucking talking about?
At the beginning of the thing, what song did they play?
Are you talking about Pokemon World?
Yeah, that
Okay.
Pokemon World. It's been a minute since I. We gotta go do a tier list of that shit because I need to go
Of all the
refresh.
Pokemon theme songs? Yes, we do.
I gotta re up on my Pokemon theme songs now. Apparently, Pokemon World was literally just the MP3 file that you can find on fucking Spotify that they
Yeah,
just
yeah,
put
yeah, but
over.
that's what they played on stage. It's not like they had the cast sing Pokemon, but they
No, no,
also
no. Yeah,
played a
no. I get
recording of
that. It's
Pokemon
just it's
World.
not the recording of them playing it back in 2000. It's they pulled the MP3 from YouTube to mp3.com and just threw it over.
Also, here's a weird they played Pokemon World, which is the theme song for Pokemon Adventures in the Orange Islands, but they played the footage of the opening from Pokemon Indigo League.
Yeah, I'm very aware of that.
That was very strange
So,
that
my
they did it
question to
that
you,
way.
was that the actor playing a really good Meowth, or did they pull clips from the anime
I
for
think he
Meowth's
recorded line.
lines?
I assume they probably just got him to record lines for it. I mean, Four Kids was involved in Pokemon Live. Like or she, I think it's a girl who voices me out. I think they just maybe they did pull clips from the anime, but she honestly sounded a little different than usual, which made me think that she did record the line specifically for Pokemon Live, and she was just kind of phoning it in a little. Cause the voice wasn't quite right, but I know it was the right voice actor.
James was very, very good, I would like to
Jesse
say.
was over the top.
Jesse was trying to way too hard to be Jesse, and it was slightly off. Like, it was just too much to where I was like, I don't know about that one, girl. I don't know about that one. You're trying a little too hard there. You just knock it down a couple pegs and you'll hit it perfectly. But James was fine.
The thing about the show is that it's almost a little bit of a scam in a way because you'd think you're like, oh, it's a Pokemon musical, it's gonna have a bunch of original songs. I think 80% of the show's soundtrack is songs that already exist. Like they were either on the To Be a Master album or they were just played during like Pikachu's jukebox segment in the anime. Like these songs already existed. Like the Pikachu I Choose You song already existed. The Team Rocket's Rockin' song already existed.
Oh, Double
Uh,
Trouble.
yeah, a lot of them already existed.
Misty's song was
I
original
think You
though.
and Me and Pokemon already existed. I think Misty's song already existed even. I think Jenny Joy Joy existed already. It's just,
See, I don't know much about that lore though. So a lot of these were new songs to me. But um this brings me to my next point. If I had a nickel for every musical that we watched that had a mom slash stepmom named Delia, I would have two nickels, which is not a lot, but it's weird that it's happened
weird that it
twice.
happened twice.
I don't know.
I will say but this might be a spoiler, but the best character in this musical, bar none, is Psyduck.
I was
I
gonna
fucking
say,
love the Psyduck so much. He's just like, and like half the time it's after something like genuinely emotionally impactful happens. Just like Psyduck walks on stage, he's like, Psyduck, and then he fucking walks off. Like, yes, I love you, Psyduck. You're doing your best.
it's great. This was
I will say, here's another autism nitpick. Is that it's hard to tell when this takes place in Ash lore because it's like he's in he's in Pallet Town, even though but there's footage of like early Johto, so you'd think it's in early Johto, but then what is he doing in Pallet Town? And they also never reference his Johto Pokemon. They appear in the monitor footage of the anime, but they never reference his Johto Pokemon directly. But they do reference his Snorlax, so it's at least post Orange Islands. or
Hmm.
during Orange Islands, but then it would have to be after Orange Islands because he would be on the Orange Islands and not home in Palatown.
I'm sure he went back to visit his mom at some point.
And probably not in the middle of his League bid.
It could have been after.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he did go home between Orange Islands and Johto, so it was. I guess it was then.
I don't think this is I don't think this is canonical though. So like,
But
there's no reason to fret
but
though.
like they're putting it in a place where it could be canon. Like they're trying to put it somewhere on the timeline, but it was just weird because they showed that footage of the Johto Journeys opening with Ash and the Johto starters. But other than that, there's no reference to his Johto adventures at all. And it seems like this is more Orange Islands era Ash.
It was also made in the 2000s, so like they had more.
It was 2000, so it was right at the beginning of Gold and Silver. Like that's why like there are a few Johto Pokemon throughout the play, but like almost none. Like there's a Hoot Hoot for a second. I think there might have been a Hoppip.
Yeah,
Like
but
there were Johto Pokemon, but there were very few.
the 150, the original 151 though, are very recognizable though. So that's probably why,
Yeah.
especially especially in the 2000 era. Like, you ask anybody nowadays who vaguely knows Pokemon, they'll be able to name almost all of the original 151. You ask them about Alola, and you're like, what the a lot of people will be like, huh, what's that? But you go, oh,
I
you
feel
know
like you aren't
Pokemon, and they're like,
giving
oh yeah, Pikachu, Psyduck,
I feel like you aren't giving
Alakazam.
Johto enough credit. Like I think Hoenn is what lost a lot of the original people because I think Johto's almost as ubiquitous. It's just people don't really because Johto as a region was so like small and compact that like people don't really think about the region, but like they would recognize the Pokemon. If you show them a fucking Teddy Ursa, they'd be like, "Oh, it's a Teddy Ursa.
It's a street
Oh, it's a
bear.
Snubbull. That's a Meryl." Like they know Johto Pokemon, they just don't know Johto really off the top of their heads because it's not as memorable of a region.
Yeah, but they've marketed the fuck out of the original 151 so much to the
That's
point where
true.
like even non-Pokemon fans would be able to pick it out. But anyway, my next point, just because we were talking about the characters before, Misty was kind of spot on. Like, not like in terms of voice or anything, but like I felt like the actress played Misty very very well.
Man, I will say between this play and rewatching the anime, like I don't know how I ever let Serena brainwash me into not knowing the truth. It's so obvious that Ash and Misty are endgame. I mean, come on. Just no one can compare.
Um,
They're meant to be.
Now I have one problem. I have one major problem with Pokemon Live. All right.
Is it Ash's actor and how fucking goofy he sounds for any time he's not saying his singing voice is fine, but his speaking voice is so fucking goofy.
No,
Come on, Pikachu.
no, it's not Ash. It's Brock. Why did they cast Brock as the gayest human being on earth?
He really reminded me of Donkey from the Shrek musical.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
He is extremely flamboyant for a guy whose whole character is going after women.
yeah, it was a whole musical number about how he just can't choose between these two beautiful women that he wants.
It's probably because he's going after dudes. That's why he can't figure it out.
True, he's coping for how he's gay. It's a dude that he wants in
He's looking for the
reality.
male nurses.
Who he should actually be pursuing is the like the guy. I don't think he has an official name. They call him Mitch in Pokemon World Tour United, so that's how I know him in my brain. The guy in the Pokemon gym who
I know
like
who
the
you're
champ
talking
in the
about.
making guy. This is just a little like yeah, that's who Brock should be thirsted on. Woke Brock.
That's my only problem with this whole thing, though. Surprisingly,
I had a great time. I didn't mind Flamboyant Brock as much as just like Ash be because that's one of the quirks, right? Of like it's very hard to find children who are talented enough to be on Broadway. So you have to have adults pretend to be children, and it's very hard to make work.
you gotta
Like the way
find like
he
the.
it's just so goofy the way that he delivers his lines.
I mean,
Like I'm like this seems like a parody. Like this is something I would see on College Humor. This style of portraying Ash Ketchum.
that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't really mind it that much though. They were playing into the like 10-year-old whimsical attitude, kind of.
Misty and Brock kind of work because in the show they're supposed to be older than Ash by a lot, actually.
I
Like
I will say I love the fact that they're like,
or like
well,
Brock is. Misty's supposed to be like 12 or 13 and Brock's like 15.
I love
So
the fact that in this musical, Misty's like, I don't know how you're gonna earn this fucking diamond badge when we basically just gave you our badges for free. And he's like,
yeah,
well,
there's
I earned
there's
those badges. And she's like,
there's
yeah,
a few
okay.
little there's a few little nods to continuity like that are fun. The Ash not earning his badges, the
Jigglypuff
reference to his Snorlax. I was surprised they did not throw in even one of his other Pokemon.
didn't really fit the
Like
story, I guess.
I guess, but like you would think I guess they didn't want to do the budget cuz like it was 2000. They were doing like wired flying segments in like Broadway plays. I'm surprised they didn't throw in a classic Pokemon movie style Ash on Charizard sequence. Have him have like the Charizard puppet suspended with wires with Ash on the back.
They had Pidgeotto.
They had a Pidgeot. It was the first of all, I think it was a Pidgeot, not a Pidgeotto, and second of all, it wasn't Ash's.
Well, I mean, in the big scene, I'm pretty sure it was a Pidgeotto, but maybe it was
Wait,
a
was there a
Pidgeot.
Pidgey? Maybe there was both. I know there was a Pidgeot, but was there a Pidgeotto?
It's right next to Zapdos in that big puppet scene that they did at the beginning of the movie,
Okay.
or at the like end of the first song. It was right next
Bro,
to
did you know?
Zapdos.
I guess it's spoilers for near the end of Pokemon Journeys. He takes Pidgeot back. He has Pidgeot now. Is it's his again. He went back for it.
Interesting.
He went back. All the Pidgeys that it stayed to take care of were all grown up, and he was like, "Well, it seems your job here is done. You want to just fucking come back with me?" And Pidgeot was like, "Bet." And now he has Pidgeot again.
Love that for him.
And now it's technically Ash's oldest owned Pokemon. Now that he has it back, because it was his second ever catch after that Caterpie that he also released, which he also reunites with in Journeys, but he does not steal it back from its new family like he does Pidgeot.
I need to watch Journeys. I've heard a lot of good things. I haven't heard a single bad thing about Journeys at all.
I'm really interested in the end of Journeys because they start exploring like old Pokemon's arcs, but like I think I resent the Journeys team and I need to like know about them more and like maybe try to grow an attachment just because I'm salty that I'm attached to old Pokemon continuity and that it was a full team of new boys in the world championships where Ash becomes the world champion. None of his veterans that have been there for him in like every like super hard battle he's been in.
I mean, like Pikachu was there.
Oh yeah, besides Pikachu, but like there's like Snorlax, who was like a huge player in Johto and the Battle Frontier and Sinnoh. Like there's like Sceptile, Charizard, obviously. Like these certain Pokemon where you're like, I feel like if Ash became the world champion, he would probably use this one. It's weird that it's all like new ones that
All
he
the other
just
Pokemon
caught.
have like their own lives though.
What do you mean?
Charizard's off doing things, Butterfree's off doing things.
Well, not Butterfree. Well, Charizard's back now. Charizard, he brought him back in Unova, and now he just hangs out in Oak's lab with everybody else.
Oh, well,
Um,
I mean, what did you expect him to bring all 100 Tauros to the World Championship? Like,
no, but like, I think I said this last time. I already said this, but like, you get Lucario. I get you did a whole thing with Lucario, and he has a Mega Lucario now. You get Lucario, but I feel like you fill out the rest with veterans. Like the rest of the Journeys team, they could have done. They did whatever. They had their time. Like Charizard should have been in there. Greninja probably should have been in there. Like there are certain heavy hitters where it's like it's weird that Ash went to the world championship without this one.
I understand. Like, the Charizard one, though, they wanted Leon's Charizard a little bit more because of the games. That's why they didn't
But
bring
then you
Ash's
could have had a
Charizard.
Charizard Ditto match, and everybody loves fucking Charizard fly. Listen, man. Maybe they just should have never done the Mega Lucario thing, and they should have given Ash a Mega Charizard Y, so they could have had X versus Y Charizards. That would have been sick.
That's fair, I guess. I don't know. I need to watch the anime to be able to have, like, a legitimate conversation about it, though.
Yeah, maybe he keeps Gengar for Gigantamax, and instead of Lucario, we get Mega Charizard Y. Maybe that's the optimal
Maybe.
Gengar. The Journey's representation. Fuck that Lucario. Greninja's a better cool fighter guy.
So I want to talk about the plot of Pokemon Live real quick.
I'm sorry, just one more thing I remembered and I just want to say real quick that Gengar should have been the Haunter from Indigo League, and it pisses me off that it's not. It should have been that Haunter. He came back. He became a Gengar, but it's not. It's a different, distinct Gengar.
What did you think of the plot? Like, it's a question that we don't really, like, we usually cover just like throughout conversation, but like, you and I have been Pokemon fans pretty much our entire lives. So what did you think of the plot of Pokemon Live here?
It was quite interesting. It's a good enough plot. I was wondering like what plot could they possibly do with this fucking weird stage play, but like it worked. It was interesting. The whole I guess this is kind of the origin of the whole like Giovanni is Ash's father theory. Like I think this is the first piece of official media that really shipped Delia Ketchum and Giovanni in any meaningful way, which is interesting. It's also interesting to just see Giovanni so flagrantly in the anime when he's such a strange, ominous presence in the anime you almost never see. Well, I don't know. Does Ash even meet Giovanni?
I don't think so. I don't
Because
think
Jesse
Ash
and
has
James,
ever.
because Jesse and James are running his gym when he goes to Giovanni's gym. Like, maybe he meets Giovanni in Black and White. Because I know there was that whole Team Rocket arc in Black and White where Giovanni was involved, and it was like a whole big thing. So maybe he meets him in Black and White, but I don't think he met him in the original show. Did you know Black and White had a whole story arc with Team Plasma that they just had to throw in the trash because
Really?
of some like real life earthquake? Yeah, it was like there was some crazy earthquake in Japan where a bunch of people died or whatever. I don't remember the name of the earthquake at this point because it was so long ago and I was a little kid. But I guess it was this Team Rocket versus Team Plasma like story arc where Team Plasma was going to show up and Team Rocket and Team Plasma were going to have like a gang war and Ash was going to get caught up in the middle. Um, but then there was an earthquake like device involved in the plot, and then a real earthquake happened in Japan. So they just like had to scrap the episodes. And apparently that's why N was in the black and white anime and traveling with Ash for a time, and they just kind of hastily write him out after that because he was really there for that Rocket v Plasma thing that never happened.
Why the fuck am I getting? I'm on Google Chrome.
What?
Bro, why am I getting fucking Yahoo results when I type shit into the Google
What the
Chrome
fuck?
shit? Google.com. Google.com. That's what I want. That's the search engine that I want. Don't be giving me fucking Yahoo fucking bullshit. Yahoo hasn't been a thing for fucking 15 years. Does Ash ever... Alright, so does Ash ever see his Butterfree again? Catch a legendary, become a Pokemon master, meet his dad, evolve Pikachu, beat Gary, meet Red, age, get Prime... Did he ever get Primate back?
No, Primeape's the only one they never addressed. Like
See,
he catches
that would have
up
been
he catches up with
absolutely
all of his released
fantastic for a
Pokemon.
fucking gen. Like, if they brought him back for Paldea, like, they didn't finish his story arc, they brought him back for Paldea, they didn't do Liko and Roy and Horizons and all that shit, they would have 100% brought Primate back and had him evolve into an Annihilape.
Man, Primeape, I got to the whole like Primeape and then Primeape leaving, which is very quick, and it pisses me off so bad what happened with Primeape. Because literally, here's the story of Ash's fucking Primeape, okay? It's fucking Ash gets a fucking crazed monkey Pokemon that he can't use because it will just try to kill him if he lets it out of the Pokeball. Um, and then he meets a fighter guy with a Hitmonchan who's like insane and obsessed with winning this one fighting Pokemon tournament. So much that his daughter is like, "You need to stop. This is becoming a problem. Please come home, Dad. We love you." And he's like, "No, I gotta win the Pokemon P1 Grand Prix." And then the daughter's like, Ash. The daughter goes up to Ash, Brock, and Misty, and they're like, and she's like, "Can you please beat my dad so he comes to his senses and stops being obsessed with the P1 Grand Prix?" So Ash enters with Primeape, Brock enters with Geodude, which is not a fighting type, by the way, Pokemon anime, just so you know. Uh, and uh, Ash ultimately wins. Like, and the dad doesn't even make it to the finals. He gets beaten by Team Rocket in the Hitmonlee they stole, and then the finals is Primeape versus Hitmonlee, and then Primeape wins. And during the process of this tournament, Ash and Primeape come to understand each other and love each other and work in tandem. And he's obviously like the most powerful Pokemon Ash has, and he finally bonds with him in a meaningful way and is training him. And then fucking semifinals losing ass insane obsessed dad is like, "Your Primeape's really good. I want to train your Prime. You should let me train your Primeape so it can be a champion. I'll turn it into a champion." And Ash is like, "Yes, a guy who I just saw lose this tournament. I will leave my Primeape in your care so you can become the best P1 Grand Prix guy." So he gives his Primeape to a fucking loser on a fucking obviously false promise that he's gonna turn him into a champion.
Fucking wild.
Yeah,
Ash
like
does some, like, really
it's so
fucking
fucked.
retarded shit with his Pokemon
And then he
sometimes.
never reunites with them, even though he reunites with fucking all of his other released Pokemon.
So, the only
Except for
time...
Larvitar. I guess he didn't reunite with Larvitar either. But he reunited with Butterfree, he reunited with Pidgeot, he reunited with Lapras. He
So,
did lots
the
of
only
reuniting.
time that Ash and Giovanni have ever come face to face in the entire anime, outside of Mewtwo Strikes Back, the movie,
I didn't even think it happened in that movie. When was Giovanni and Ash face to face in Mewtwo Strikes Back?
that's what fucking Google told me. I'm
Okay.
focused more
Because
on...
Giovanni was in the prologue of Mewtwo Strikes Back, but I didn't think he was in like the actual part where Ash is in it.
The only one in the anime is Giovanni. It's an episode of one of the Unova animes
Yes, black and
featuring
white, like I thought. Yeah.
featuring Meloetta, where he literally just like he shows up And he's like, we need to fucking catch Meloetta. That's what I want. I want Meloetta. Ash and Giovanni meet each other. Ash does his thing. Giovanni has Persian, use like dark pull, uses a move, knocks both Pikachu and Ash out of scene, and like runs away or like captures Meloetta or something. I don't know. I don't remember, but that's all I got so far. And that's it. That's the only time. One episode for maybe a few minutes. And it wasn't like an official battle. It was he sends Persian out and fucking knocks both of them away.
That's crazy.
It's wild. I thought the plot was really good. Like you have Giovanni show up, you get like a lot of screen time for Giovanni, surprisingly.
Yeah, that's the thing is like Giovanni is this like weird shady figure in the anime who gets like no screen time. Half the time he's an arm with a phone and you can't even see his face and like he never like moves except for very briefly in black and white. They were just like what if he did something and he did. And and that was it.
But like I thought the plot was really good. Um
Again, and I bet there was going to be a more fulfilled Ash Giovanni confrontation in the Team Rocket versus Team Plasma special that they deleted, if I had to guess. Because that's probably why they were turning Giovanni into an actual participating player, was also in preparation for that.
but yeah. Do you have anything else you wanted to say about Pokemon Live?
I'm trying to think about. Again, it's interesting to see them explore Misty's crush on Ash, which the fascinating thing about that is like there's actually so much material about it, but it's all the America only shit. Like none of it actually happens in the show except for like a few throwaway lines, which are also dub only. It's all like there's I think Misty's song already existed as a Pikachu's jukebox song. I think in Pokemon Christmas Bash, there's a whole song about how she wants to be under the mistletoe with Ash. So like yeah, this is a theme they explore quite a lot, but only in like America only supplemental material, which is interesting. And in this play, they just go whole hog, where she has two musical numbers about how bad she wants to fuck Ash Ketchum, and I thought it was nice. I think it was really funny how Ash is just like so so insanely oblivious and it's just like, yeah, I love Pokemon. Come on, Pikachu. What are you talking about, Misty? Go to the movies. That's gay. I gotta win a gym badge. Yeah.
Misty's basically like, "Hey Ash, you know that like we had a movie thing planned for my birthday like 3 months ago," and he's like, "Pokemon, yeah, there's a new gym badge out there. There's only one of them. I'm gonna be the one to go get it." And she's like, "Yeah, but like my birthday was like 3 weeks ago. You kind of like
I love how that
completely
interaction
blew me
started.
off there."
Before she brings up the movie, he forgets about the movie, and the interaction is like, "I'm gonna go win that diamond badge," and she's like, "But what about me?" And he kind of looks confused for a minute. He's like, "You could come too."
It's great. It's such a fun
Oh yeah, there was the
interaction.
the best friend song, which is also a Pikachu's jukebox song, and it's like one of my favorite ones that I think about all the time. So that it was sweet to see that one on stage and actually have like Brock, Misty, and Ash singing it together, because that's honestly one of the sweetest songs. And Pikachu's Goodbye too, which is also from Pikachu's jukebox. All of this shit was in Pikachu's jukebox. I think the only original song was maybe You and Me and Pokemon. I think all the other ones were in Pikachu's jukebox before.
All right, you got wrap up questions, right?
I do. Um
I don't remember the fucking order. I never remember
The
the order.
secret song was probably also original, by the way. Now that I think about it, the Delia and Misty duet. I don't think that was real before either. So there you go.
It was all new to me. I don't remember the order of your fucking wrap up questions.
Yeah,
So
favorite character, you bitch.
Pikachu.
Wow.
Dude, what I wouldn't give to perform as Pikachu in that fucking
Oh, I
musical.
kind of forgot my whole biggest criticism of this show, and that's that it's really weird. Honestly, like the puppets looked kind of lifeless, but I kind of prefer that over the suits if they can do it, if they can properly scale it. Like it's really jarring and really takes me out of it that Pikachu and Meowth are almost as tall as fucking Ash of the Gang
I
and Team
thought that was
Rocket.
hilarious. I thought it was a great choice because it make you don't want to make them too small because you want the back row to be able to see Pikachu.
Oh
So
yeah, I
you
guess that's
scale
fair.
everybody to the same height as all the actors, so it's very easy to be like, that's a fucking Pikachu. I can see that.
I don't know. You could have at least put like a kid in the suit. Like a child is big enough to be seen by the back of
Yeah,
the
but
audience.
like you
Like
one of your
you don't
points
need a
from
whole
earlier is
fucking 6 foot adult man to be Pikachu.
it's really hard to find a child whose parents are willing to let him travel the world to go do Pokemon Live. Like,
Fair enough, I
what are you
suppose.
gonna do? Pop into each city and be like, "There's one, grab him."
Yeah,
Like,
just grab him from the audience. Just run around in this little Pikachu costume on stage, like it's whatever.
uh, outside of
I will
Pikachu,
say it was
just like,
really funny. I didn't mention this before. The Pikachu I Choose You number, where Ash is so caught up about singing about how cool his Pikachu is that he doesn't notice Team Rocket just fucking swamp it right up. That was pretty funny.
that's great.
And he's like, and he's at the end of the song. He's like, Pikachu. Wait, Pikachu? Wait, hold on.
So outside
Where
of
is he?
Pikachu, I'd have to say my favorite character is Ash. It really, like, it was over the top childish, but I think it's still captured that like 10-year-old charm of like everything's fucking amazing in their eyes.
Yeah, he did his best, and like I definitely felt the energy from him. It's just that energy coming from his body and voice just unfortunately doesn't quite work, but he does his best.
Do you have a favorite character?
My favorite character is probably hmm. I mean, probably Delia. Like this is probably the most important Delia's ever been in a piece of Pokemon media, and like they did some interesting stuff with her. She had some emotional conflicts. Like I was actually really satisfied with her arc throughout this. I think I'm gonna give it to Delia Ketchum.
Okay. Um, favorite musical number.
Uh
I've got mine
it
picked
it's
out.
probably best. It's probably You'll Forever Be My Best Friend. Like, it's cheating because I already loved that song, but like it was really sweet to actually see the characters being alive and performing that song together.
Mine is completely different from yours. So yours is built off of seeing the characters perform it. I'm basing it off the music and lyrics, like strictly off the
Well, I mean,
music
for
and
me too.
Well, yeah,
I
yeah,
like this.
yeah.
I just already liked the song, is what I'm saying, and it's a bonus that I'm seeing them perform it.
Mine is Giovanni's entrance, like intro song.
That's a good one.
It was like probably it was the best one for me. It was catchy. It was great. I don't. I would like to say I'm staying away from. I was strictly staying away from songs that I've heard before. So Team Rocket's Double Trouble would easily take the cake 100%. But I've heard it before, so I wanted to pick something that I didn't actually hear prior to watching the musical, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Double Trouble is pretty damn good.
And then the ending song, I know I've heard that before. I don't remember where that's fucking from, but the Pokemon,
That's actually,
Pokemon.
I meant to mention that. That's weird because what that actually is from is the Johto Poke Rap. They just took out the Poke Rap part and
Yeah.
just had the musical parts.
Okay. See, I knew I heard it from somewhere because I know that, like, now that I'm thinking about it, that whole part of the Pokemon, that
Party.
whole part is so fucking catchy. It's so catchy. And then they go into the Johto rap, and I'm like, all right, well, get to the little refrain so I can vibe out in my car while I'm at work. Like, but it would have to be Giovanni's song at the beginning of the show. At the beginning of the show,
I will say what really felt shoehorned in was Pikachu's goodbye. Like they just obviously were trying to play to what is easily the most emotional episode of the anime besides maybe Bye Bye Butterfree. Everybody's like they remember Pikachu's goodbye. They remember how they cried during Pikachu's goodbye. We're just gonna remind them of Pikachu's goodbye real quick and just have Ash sing the sad song while footage of Pikachu's goodbye plays on the fucking monitors. And that felt very shoehorned in because it was very obvious that Pikachu wouldn't have just fucking dipped.
yeah, but you gotta play it up a little bit. But do you have a rating for Pokemon Live?
You know, I thought about it and I had genuinely so much fun with the show. I had a giant smile on my face the whole time. All of my complaints feel like minor nitpicks. At the end of the day, like I have my two biggest complaints are that Pikachu and Meowth being full adult human size is very strange. And the way that Ash is depicted feels very strange and almost parody like at times. But other than that, like I genuinely have no other bad things to say. So I've decided I'm going to be extremely generous. I'm going to take half a point per infraction. And I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10.
I was gonna give it a 9 as well. Actually, the music is great. I had fun listening to the music, watching the characters do their dances and stuff. The fact that this is new Pokemon media that I've never even seen before, like, just heightens everything. They expand on lore, even if it's not canon. They expand on like that fan made lore and everything. Like, it's just all around good. Like, it really, I think it, like, some of the, I think Jesse and James tried a little too hard to be anime Jesse and James. Ash tried a little too hard to be Ash.
I think it was almost
Um,
charming. Like occasionally Jessie did that laugh and it made me want to put her in a wood chipper, but like for the for the most part, I think Team Rocket was pretty good.
they tried just a little too hard to mimic the voices of the original cast. Brock was way too flamboyant for me. So, like, with the things that I didn't like about the musical, it's really only lost, like, it did, like, even the quality of what we watched doesn't even affect this at all. Like, we didn't even bring up the quality at all. That's how good this musical was. The quality didn't matter at all. Like, the quality matters to a point where, like, if you can't tell what character is speaking, like, you can't tell the difference between Brock and Ash in a group of people, then that's the problem. But at the same time, that's not part of the original, so I'm giving it a 9. It was really good. Like, I can't remember the last time we spoke so high. I think the last time we spoke really highly about a musical was Hamilton.
Is that true?
We've spoke highly of other ones prior to Hamilton, or spoke highly of ones like after Hamilton, but like Nothing where we were just like constantly singing praises the entire time. Like,
Man, that's one of my favorite episode titles of this whole show is the Hamilton title. It's one of the funniest. I chuckle whenever I think about it
what was it?
because it's so true. The 2016 white girl experience.
Oh,
It's
it's 2016 again. What are you talking about?
true. We had it is now 2016 again. It's 2016 the sequel.
It's 2016 too. The Trump Boogaloo. Anyway, I give it a 9. There's not a lot of things that I can really say that would hurt the reputation of Pokemon Live. If you haven't seen it, it's a genuinely good experience.
This was genuinely like it was interesting because I had never seen Pokemon Live before, and it's cool to see like a fully realized version of a musical Pokemon story. Because before this, the closest thing I had heard was Pokemon Christmas Bash, which I have a big fascination with in and of itself. But that was only an audio album, so that was a different experience. Although that was the actual 4 Kids cast, so that was a benefit to it.
So yeah, we
And
both
also Squirtle raps in perfect English is another thing about Pokemon Christmas Bash.
we got to cover the Christmas Bash on this podcast eventually.
I'll do it fucking next week. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, we have to fuck. We got to spin the wheel for the next one, Riely.
Yeah, we sure do.
We haven't brought the wheel out since last year, I think. It's been a while. I got visuals, this wheel of names. There's the wheel.
Now that I think about it, the rapping might have been Dexter. Because it does sound kind of robotic, but it's like the way that it's let in is like the last thing you hear is like it's like a bunch of you're hearing like lyric, and then the last thing you hear before the rapping start is Squirtle, squirt, squirt, Squirtle, and then the rapper has this kind of weird voice that's similarly sounding. But now that I think about it, it did kind of have like a robot-y effect, so maybe it's meant to be Dexter. But either way, it's strange.
So, just to update everybody on the wheel, we have Death Note the musical, Book of Mormon, Hairspray the 2007 movie, Avenue Q, Hades Town, Greatest Showman, the rock opera Tommy by the band The Who, Newsies, Henry Danger the musical, Back to the Future musical, Little Shop of Horrors, High School Musical 2. We have the entire show of Has Been Hotel, as suggested by former
Are we doing
guest
the entire
Tyler.
show, not season 1, and then putting season 2 on?
Okay, we'll just do season 1 and season 2 then. That's fine. That works. Season 1 of Has Been Hotel. And something that I found while looking for Christmas musicals this past year, Yippee Ki a parody of Die Hard musical, which should be really interesting. And like, if it, we also, as of after JC Superstar, we added in
Mm-hmm.
2 more options: Riley's pick and Alex's pick. So instead of letting the wheel randomly choose every single time, if it lands on Riely or Alex's pick, that person gets to pick from the list of musicals that we're going to do. So everybody here knows Riely. If it lands on Riley's pick, we're either doing Death Note the musical or High School Musical 2. And if it lands on me,
Sure.
it's probably going to be either the rock opera Tommy or the Die Hard musical, because I really want to see what they do with that. I fucking love
Okay.
Die Hard, and it's an amazing movie, and I want to see what they do with the musical. So,
I mean, speaking of Little Shop of Horrors, if they don't fucking do some sort of professional recording of the run of Little Shop of Horrors that's going on right now, I'm gonna fucking flip out.
that's
I'll
why
I'll
it's
be
back
wanting to
on the
watch
wheel.
I'll be wanting to watch Little Shop of Horrors if that show gets professionally recorded, because of course my main man, my homeboy of High School Musical, the series fame, Joshua Bassett, is playing Seymour in the current run of Little Shop of Horrors.
I think in the movie version that they did, they have, oh, what's his fucking name? Rick
Isn't it Rick
Moranis?
Moranis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem with the movie is that the female lead has such a high pitched shrill singing voice that I could not bring myself to watch it. But if it lands on it here, that's what we're probably going to have to end up doing. So,
Yeah, hopefully we don't land on it for a long time and then a professional recording of the Joshua Bassett stage version comes out so we could do that one.
all right, are you ready to spin the wheel? See what we get to do next?
Yes, let's do it. Are you fucking serious? Uh,
Come on, it's good. We'll sit down
so
and we can
gay.
watch. We Do you want me to spin again?
No, you always ask that. No, I have to go by what the wheel decides.
The wheel dictates the show. Look,
The
it's
wheel
not
dictates.
my fault. It was either gonna land on the fucking Die Hard musical or it was gonna land on my pick.
No, that's true. That's what I was saying. It's like either way, we're fucked. Either way, we were probably watching Die Hard musical.
And remember, you gotta watch the movie too if you have fine time.
For a
If we
minute,
have
I
to,
thought it was gonna hit Has Been Hotel, and I was gonna be annoyed by that. But now I wish it had hit Has Been Hotel.
yeah, I was gonna be. I haven't seen Has Been. Unfortunately, the only thing, like the only criticism I have of Has Been is I listened to not all the songs, but like a majority of the songs already. But they're all covers, and they're all better than the original. So now I gotta go watch the original, which is gonna annoy the fuck out of me. Cause like you know how when you listen to a song, whether it's a cover or the original, the first time you listen to the song is always better than whatever the first version you hear is always the best compared to whatever, right?
Yeah.
But all right, the wheel dictated Die Hard the musical, which was literally just added like the most recent addition to this. We'll get to Death Note eventually. Death Note's got two fucking chances right here. Can either land on Death Note, which was almost there, not almost, but like it just needed a little bit more spin, or Riley's pick on the opposite side of the board.
Hey, real quick, I'm sorry. I meant to look this up earlier and say it, but then I forgot, and then I looked it up now. I just want to point out because it upsets me that more than half this musical soundtrack is majorly consists of most of like a fucking way more than half of the songs in the album To Be a Master, which is the Pokemon anime like song album. But nowhere in the show is the song To Be a Master, which is the best song on the album To Be a Master that they took more than half of for this play, and there's no To Be a Master the song. It's bullshit.
That's so frustrating. They chose Pokemon World instead.
Yeah, that's they should have played To Be a Master at that moment, not Pokemon World.
But all right, everybody. Uh, linktr.ee/COLOCHU. Riley's got a link tree too.
linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Riley and Friends, where I'm streaming every single day. That's right, folks. All of them.
All right, everybody. We will see you guys next week.
Goodbye.